Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into a story that's been making headlines and sparking a lot of conversation. It involves Real Housewives of New York City alum and former Kennedy family insider, Carole Radziwill, who recently opened up about some very unusual memories of her time with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Carole Radziwill, as many of you know, was married to Anthony Radziwill, the cousin of John F. Kennedy Jr. Through that connection, she spent years close to the Kennedy family. During a recent interview, she reflected on her experiences and shared some rather eye-opening details about RFK Jr., who is now serving as the Secretary of Health and Human Services. According to Radziwill, Kennedy Jr. had what she called a weird thing about roadkill. She explained that he would often stop his car, pick up animals that had been struck on the road, and store them in his minivan. This wasn't a one-time event, but something that happened regularly. Over time, she said the vehicle developed a constant, unsettling odor. In her words, his minivan always smelled of death. Now, before jumping to conclusions, it's worth remembering that Robert F. Kennedy Jr. built much of his reputation as an environmental advocate. For decades, he was deeply involved in protecting natural habitats and wildlife. Some people who've heard Carole's story have suggested that his interest in collecting roadkill may have been tied to that larger passion for nature. Still, the image of a federal official driving around with animals in his car is certainly striking, and it has left many people scratching their heads. Carole didn't stop there. She also reflected on how Kennedy Jr. has changed over the years. She admitted that she once admired his commitment to environmental causes, but now she finds his current public stance and behavior difficult to recognize compared to the person she knew back then. For her, these odd habits are part of a bigger picture of someone whose path has taken unexpected turns. The interview has sparked a mix of reactions. Some find the story shocking, others see it as a quirky example of his lifelong dedication to the natural world, and still others are questioning what it says about his judgment. Regardless of interpretation, it's a fascinating glimpse behind the curtain of one of America's most famous families and one of its most talked-about political figures. So, what do you think? Was this just an eccentric hobby connected to his environmentalism, or something more unusual? That's the story for today. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and leave your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on Carole Radziwill's story about Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and don't forget to share this video with friends who might find it interesting too.